What's this, you say? No hot toys? That's right, folks. We are going to be looking at the damn toys of the Wandering Earth. 1/6 scale figure. Hello, folks. W2 here, and thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. This is so cool. I have been looking forward to this figure. 1/6 scale, the Wandering Earth, or the rescue suit, Wang Lei. Captain Wang Lei, made by Damn Toys. I want to say this is my first 1/6 scale figure from Damn Toys. So what's cool about this, if you've never heard of the Wandering Earth, it is a Armageddon style type science fiction film from China that deals with the sun going supernova. So all of the countries around the world get together and they build these super giant Earth engines, which essentially propel the Earth out of the solar system, because as the sun keeps getting bigger and bigger, it threatens the destruction of Earth. And I've seen this movie twice. I saw it on Netflix, and the whole science behind it and the whole concept is just mind-blowing. The fact that such a story. I mean, this is something that I would expect Jerry Bruckheimer to make. But what's really cool, though, is that this film has garnered 3 1/6 scale action figures, and they've all gone into pre-order. And I have the first one, which is Captain Wang Lei, the rescue suit, and you can kind of just see from the trailers here, it is just bonkers. But I enjoyed it. I've seen it twice. It's a lot of fun. It is a popcorn film. I want to say it's one of the highest grossing science fiction films from China. So it did extremely well in China, and Netflix was able to pick it up and distribute it here to most Netflix subscribers. Beautiful artwork. As the Earth is rocketing out, it's leaving the solar system. It's starting to get colder. That's the whole idea of the snow and the spacesuits, because as you have these giant Earth engines pushing your Earth out. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. That's. I must confess, this thing was giving off some fumes. I had to take a whiff. As the Earth is being propelled. Oh, what is this? Hold on. As I'm telling that is a piston. So that's not good. At this point, I pause. I'm like, okay, well, that's not good. I kind of take a break. I was going to pull the figure up, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just pull out the helmet. Let me try to savor the moment here. I like the dome, the whole Lost in Space, wacky, futuristic sci-fi dome, which doesn't make any sense, because if you have a dome like this, it's supposed to be to protect against the environment, and it's clearly a Hollywood style type astronaut dome, but it works for the purpose of the film. Now, I found 2 of these little piston bars as I lifted the cover, and I figured that one of the parts goes right to the top portion. So this is a rescue suit. This is more of like an exosuit. It's supposed to enhance mobility and give him strength, which is used in the film. I thought this was one of the coolest things about the film. Are these individuals that come to the rescue aid of the heroes. Now, I'm not too concerned when I'm looking at the little ball joint on there, because it looks like it could be easily fixed. What tends to frustrate me is that now I have to spend time off camera kind of inspecting the actual figure, making sure that everything is up to par. I can fix it. Look, I'm not a amateur here. I for the most part, when I purchase a 1/6 scale figure, especially one that's this intricate and has all these designs, I try to repair it myself. Now, this is the actor. I couldn't find the actual actor's name, in which I think I did, but I can't pronounce it. But this is the actor right there that the image is being portrayed. And the only thing I can see that's different, that there is facial hair that they kind of painted on. It's a little bit more defined in the film. I just wish that maybe they could have added a little bit more detail to the actual paint application. But as far as the actual head sculpt, to me, and I mean from my point of view, it looks as close as to the actor. But it's not so much that I'm intrigued with the actor, it's the fact that I love spacesuits, and I love anything science fiction that deals with a spacesuit. And that was my main purpose of purchasing this figure. And I enjoyed the film. The base is neat. I like how they added this little snow top here, so that if you do want to display with the crotch arm on there, you could, but you don't have to. Comes with a rifle here, semi-automatic. It looks like an alien's rifle. James Cameron. That's the thing that first went through my head. It's like, oh, this looks like something that they dug up or they wanted to impersonate in their film. Cool rifle. Details there. The magazine clip does come off, and you get a few clips there. Little pistol there. You get one set of swappable hands on there. You get a couple magazines and some clips on there, and that's about it. That's gonna be about it. The whole hoopla with this particular figure is the exosuit. It's really the exosuit, and how they were able to capture it in this detail. I mean, this thing is the back of this suit's a big, huge hot mess, isn't it? I mean, there's cables and tubing and environmental tubes, and there's just so much going on here. I can't tell you how many times I'm just like what do I do? The anxiety levels do climb when you're trying to pose something like this, because at the end of the video I do end up breaking one of the arms attachments, which was an easy fix with crazy glue. But the problem is that something like this is going to limit the articulation, which had never crossed my mind. Now, I did find one of the little piston joints on there, because remember when I unboxed it, there was a pipe arm, and I was able to find the actual steel pin that keeps it in place too, which is, I was lucky. It was in the foam. And I don't enjoy this. I mean, I can fix it, but I'm just one of those collectors that when I unbox something, I'd like to just have it ready. I'm pointing to it because the pin still wants to slip off, so I grab my jewelry pliers here, and I add a little pressure to it, not too hard. I don't want to break it because it's pretty fragile. And what I do is I dab a little bit of Gorilla Glue on the sides, so that when it hardens, it'll keep the pin from flying off, because it's loose. It's not kind of bolted on there or pressure point. And do a few circular shots here just so you can kind of see. As I was editing this, I thought it was cool that I can read some of the fine print. I couldn't see it in person, but when you have a 4K camera zooming in this close, and I'm going through the shots, I'm like, wow, I can, the print could actually be read. And it does say Wang Lei on his chest, and the barcode and the United countries symbol, because again, in the film, all the countries have to work together to build these giant, massive Earth engines to propel Earth outside, to force it to leave the solar system, or else it'll be destroyed by the sun. Here's the other piston pin. That one wasn't easy. That was being kept with a ball joint, and it looks like it just got dislodged during shipping. Everything else seemed to have checked out. It was only 2 piston rods that got loose, and I was able to locate its home of origin. But look at this. I mean, just the detail and the wires and the tubing. It's awesome. The light you see is me. I have my magnifying hobby specs, because I'm inspecting everything. I'm just making sure that, look, well, I have it in front of me now, and I got the glue, I got the pliers. If there's something that needs to be fixed or tweaked, I can do so now. I thought this backpack would have lit up, because I know it lights up. There's a lot of blinking lights. the actual exosuit that was used in the film. But I guess just to keep the cost down, there's no LED lights or anything like that. I mean, the R&D clearly went into just making this exosuit just happen, just making it a thing, making sure that each piston, you can kind of see as you adjust it, they tend to get dislodged or come off. But the work and the detail and the craftsmanship really is this exosuit that just wraps around him. And again, the whole purpose of it is just to enhance mobility. The instructions are no help. Instructions are pointless. It shows you the attachment points to the actual exosuit, and that's going to be about it. That's going to be about it. But, once it's somewhat positioned, I like it. It's a good-looking figure. It really is. I love the detail. I love the science fiction look to it. And I love this over-the-top helmet with the bubble dome there. And I guess it's not meant for space or for vacuum of space. It really is meant to withstand the harsh conditions of Earth, because the Earth is flying. It's leaving the solar system, and as it's rocketing away from the sun, the temperature keeps dropping. It's only when it flies near Jupiter that it starts to get pulled apart, and that's the third act of the film, as Jupiter starts to grab hold of Earth. And I got my little soft cloth there because I can see the fingerprints, and I just wanted to wipe it off. But let's attach the environmental oxygen tube on there, making it cool. There you go. Pop it on there. Little hose tube on there. Looks great. I love the detail. I gotta say, for my first damn toys, this is I'm impressed. I really am. I'm impressed with the quality and the attention to detail. Seriously. And the pistol on there. And I like that the rifle has like a strap attachment to the chest on there. It's being kept on with a clip. I don't remember that in the film, but the film is fast. I gotta say, the film really just reminds me of the Bruce Willis Armageddon film, where they're just trying to save Earth from destruction. And I'm going to use some of these pockets on here to store some of the clips and the magazines from there. If I can keep all of the accessories with the figure and have the box stored away, never having to go back into it, I would prefer that. I even took out the extra hands. I don't know, maybe I may swap them out. I would want him to hold the rifle. Pressure suit there. I love those astronaut, those tubings, the white. It just harkens back to the old astronaut suits from NASA. Right here's where it broke. I had to, I put right there, that's me just trying to squeeze out as much articulation out of the figures I possibly can. And something ended up, it snapped. It didn't break, it looked like the glue wasn't strong enough. So I do have Gorilla Crazy Glue, and I just ended up just popping some on it. And you can kind of see from the, because it was the actual suit that was used in the film to the actual figure, they did a really, really good job, didn't they? And again, there's parts of it where it's supposed to like glow, but it's not the end. I mean, I would have preferred that it did light up. Now this figure was not cheap though. This was $275. So this is something that again, for me, I like the film, not so much the actor, but I really enjoyed the film, and I love the whole astronaut science fiction exosuit gear. That to me was the selling point. That's the main reason why I really, really wanted something like this to enter my NASA collection. Overall, I'm happy. It's a beautiful figure. They really outdid themselves. Probably I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I would have probably given it a 9 if it had lights. But otherwise, if you're a big fan of the film, or if you weren't aware that there was merchandise, and I am picking up all 3 of them, so I will be doing all 3 reviews for all three of the characters that have gone into pre-order from this film. So like, subscribe, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me see if it's enough of a distraction what's going on right now.